take like 40 seconds. Oh, so you just let me know.
All right. Shalom. We want to give all praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem,
Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
All right. Double honors to our apostles for GMS. All right. Shalom to you brothers that's pushing this truth. Okay. And we had Saturday during the Angel of King to push the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, and to push out the end time prophecies. Okay. Because we're living in a time of prophecies where our Lord and Savior, Yahushua, he's getting ready to come back and bring judgment upon the earth, okay? And us being the servants of Yahushua, we got to push this word, do these shows, go out there on the highways and byways, and push the prophecies, man. Let the people know what's to come. Okay, so we're going to jump right into the scriptures. So, brother, we're going to get Isaiah, the 19th chapter. The top.
This is Isaiah, the 19th chapter. It says, the burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt.
Yeah, that's right. And that's the burden of Egypt, all right? Now, that's not talking about ancient Egypt. It's talking about the new Egypt, modern-day Egypt, which is America, all right? Because America is the spiritual Egypt. Real quick, somebody can get that in Revelation. Yeah. Revelations 11:8. Come on, you got it.
Revelation. This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
Yeah, that's right. And that dead bodies, talking about the dead bodies of the Israelites, not physically dead, but spiritually, because here in America, our people they're spiritually dead to their heritage. All right, knowing that they're Israelites, knowing the true name of Yahweh Yahushua, okay, and their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of that great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, which is talking about America, because America is spiritually Sodom. Why? Because of homosexuality is pushed in this land. All right. Yeah, you have homosexual rights, Pride Day. So they take on the ways of Sodom. And America is spiritually Egypt. Why? Because America has the children of Israel in captivity, just like how ancient Egypt did. Okay, and America takes on the customs of ancient Egypt also. All right, certain gods that's being worshipped in this land with a new twist on it. Look at the back of the dollar bill. You have the Egyptian pyramid. All right. So this is spiritual Egypt.
I can back you up. Could you read Proverbs 21:16?
Get it? All right. Proverbs 21:16. All right. Good.
Proverbs chapter 21, verse 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Yeah, so the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead, meaning spiritually dead. Right? Just like you had men who was woken up to this truth, right? And their spirit was made quickened with this word. But when you leave, you go back into the congregation of the dead, man. Because this word is what make you alive. Okay? And 2/3 of our people, the masses of Israel, they're spiritually dead. Okay. All right, so we'll be at back in Isaiah.
Yeah.
I got this
This is the book of Proverbs going to, spiritually dead, This is the book of Proverbs chapter 17, verse 22. It says, a merry heart doeth good like a medicine. Right. A merry heart doeth good like a medicine. A merry heart does you good the way like a medicine would. Obviously at this time it's talking about herbs because there was no pharmaceutical industry, A merry heart doeth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit drieth the bones. So if a person got a broken spirit, they have dry bones. And that's why when you go to Ezekiel 37 chapter, it speaks about the valley of dry bones. Why was it a valley of dry bones? Because their spirits was broken. They were spiritually dead. Here you go. Here you go.
Yep. So back in Isaiah 19, I'm going to start at the top again. It says, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud.
Yeah, and so the burden of Egypt, something, hard to bear. Because what? The Lord is coming to bring, plagues upon Egypt. All right? America is going to go through some tough times. Okay? Which is the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Yeah.
Yep. It says, and the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt.
Yeah, and the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt. Okay? And that's talking about this modern day Egypt. And what's that cloud that the Lord is going to ride in, which is Yahushua? It's talking about a chariot, a so-called UFO. All right? Which, the world called them UFOs, but we know them as IFOs. Right? Or the chariots of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. I guess somebody can give Revelations 1.
I got it.
To prove that. You got it.
Is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1, the revelation of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, which Yahweh gave unto him to shew unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John.
Yeah, that's right. And which is Revelation, which is going to the end time prophecies, man. Which Yahweh revealed unto John. But you could read verse 6.
That's why I was, Con. Verse 6. And he hath made us, verse 7. Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him.
Yeah, he's coming with clouds, and every eye shall see him. That's talking about Yahushua. He's coming with clouds. Not the clouds that you see in the sky. That's talking about the so-called UFOs, the chariots. All right? That's how Yahushua is coming back. The so-called UFO. Same way he left, we written about in Acts. When he was taken up in the cloud, that's the same way Yahushua is going to come back in the cloud. Okay, you got it.
Alright, this is the book of Acts. The first Acts chapter 1. Go right to the point. Acts chapter 1 verse 9. It says, and when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight.
Right. So Yahushua was taken up. Yahushua was crucified, he risen, and he dwelt amongst the disciples for 40 days, 40 nights. Okay?
40 days, yeah.
And he was taken up in a cloud after that. Okay.
Gun. The blue letter's down. I want the brother to look a word up. Take where it says it's in Thessalonians where it says they're gonna be caught up with heaven in the clouds. The word caught up. Yeah. And look at the word caught up. This is Acts 1 and 9. And when he had spoken these things while they beheld, meaning they was looking, right?
Right.
He was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel.
Which were two angels.
That's right, brother. Yeah. Huh? Okay, can you get that real quick?
That was that. What's that? Oh, I'm reading.
Yeah.
Acts 1 and 10 right now.
About to pull it up now.
I think the blue letter is down. They doing like.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the what?
Oh no, the blue letter down. What's he got it? But
down too, right?
yeah, cause the blue letter had like some type of they redoing the site or something like that.
Maintenance.
I think so. Go ahead, brother.
So Acts 1.
Acts, no, what the scripture he getting is Thessalonians. Okay.
The Greek word is harpazo to be caught up. Greek is harpazo, which means to seize, catch up, pluck, pull, take by force.
See that? It said to catch, to seize, to pluck up, and it said to take by force.
Yep, take by force.
So he was taken by force. That means it was a zoop. That means he went right up into the heavens.
Right.
And it's no quadrants out there. What quadrants are the chariots coming from? There's no quadrants, man. They're coming from the third heaven. Okay? So there was harpazo, which means to pluck, to seize, or caught up. Taken by force.
Right.
So guess what, brother? Lord willing, with the elect, we're gonna be taken by force.
That's right.
Quick. Yeah, that's right, bro.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why it speaks about Corinthians 15.
That's right, brother. You got it. And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven, as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel. Now, who were those two men? Were those two men talking about Judas? Was talking about Judas and Pontius Pilate? No, there was angels, right?
Yep.
Which also said, ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? Into heaven. This same Yahushua, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so soon come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven.
That's right. And that's why we read in Revelations, the first chapter, how he's coming with clouds, right? So the same way Yahushua was taken back up into the heavens is how he's going to return back on the earth in the so-called UFO.
Hey, coming quick point. When you read Isaiah 19:21, it said he on a cloud, he coming swiftly. When you go into the blue letter, that word swift there is qual. And what it says here is let me see, light, rapid, all right, swiftly. And that's basically what it is, man. You might think that the Lord is tarrying, but in all actuality, the Lord is coming swiftly, man.
Right, yeah.
You know?
Lord tarry, no wait for it. This is not tarry.
Yeah. And that word, harpazo, that's where they get the whole rapture thing from. Oh, see the rapture. It's gonna be chariots. They think they make it seem like people that's gonna just disappear and then they're like, oh look, I'm in another universe now. I'm in heaven now.
Right.
It's not gonna happen like that. The so-called UFOs gonna come.
Right. Yeah. That's why I said when it goes into we shall be caught up into the cloud. The clouds are the chariots. You know, they ain't talking about in the skies. On an actual rain cloud, you know, you going through a goddamn cloud, coughing, you know,
Yeah.
rain, your face getting wet. No, it's talking about a chariot. You know?
Can I prove that? I want to. Let's prove that. This is like the bro said, we're not gonna be like an actual cloud. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 15, verse 1. And I saw another sign in heaven. This is John the Revelator speaking, right? And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire. It says sea of glass mingled with fire. What's that talking about? It's not talking about an actual ocean. It said I saw a sea of glass mingled with fire. Now, pursuant to, if I could just break this down, pursuant to the book of Genesis, the first chapter, it speaks about the waters. You got it said when it says the spirit moved upon the face of the waters. That's talking about deep space. But then it speaks about the waters coming together, making a firmament. So that water or that sea is talking about the firmament. And it's called the sea of glass because like glass, you can see straight through it. But it said the sea of glass is mingled with fire because the chariot is going to be up above the firmament, that sea, of glass, looking through that glass, through that firmament, and then looking at the fire engulfing the planet Earth.
Yep.
But
Yeah, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all
What's
the."
strange about that part of Akbar? Yeah, it's not a rapture, The strangest are those chariots, man. Because it's gonna be strange because people ain't looking for so-called UFOs with black men, beaming up so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, That's not what they're looking for, especially in Christianity. They don't teach that. That's what they looking for, the rapture. They looking for that white Jesus to come on a Pegasus with a rainbow behind him, beaming up all people of all nations. That's not so. Beaming up so-called Negroes, it's gonna be Latinos, so-called UFO invasion, man. Yep. But it's gonna be angels, and they're gonna be beaming up the elect, and they're gonna be burning 2/3, and the rest of these people. And this one, you get Isaiah 26 and 20.
It says, "The strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for."
Yeah, that's right, because that's not taught throughout the world.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not taught throughout the world. The masses of people don't know that there's gonna be chariots. There's gonna beam up the elect of Israel. Okay, the masses of people don't know that. That's why this truth is like a secret thing amongst the elect. These are secrets only the elect is gonna understand.
That's Psalms 91.
Psalms 91, yep. And the Most High revealed his secrets to the servants of the prophets. All right, the rest of the world can't get this, and that's why 2/3 are blinded.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. I got a precept.
Come.
And since you stated the 2/3 are blinded, okay, that there's a judgment that the 2/3 are gonna receive, and there's a judgment that the 1/3 are gonna receive. In the book of Zechariah, chapter 13, verse 8, it states, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die."
Yeah, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, which is talking about 2/3 of the nation of Israel. All right, go ahead.
"But the third shall be left therein."
Yeah, which is the 1/3, which is the elect is part of that. Revelation 7 chapter speak about the 144,000 and the great multitude that's going to be delivered, which is the elect of Israel. Okay.
Verse 9, "And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them."
Yeah, like we're being brought through the fire now, man, while we're going through afflictions. Right? The Most High is purifying us like gold and silver. Okay, and then and also when that nuclear fire comes, the Most High, he's going to Yahushua is going to deliver us, out of that fire. Okay, by us being beamed up in those chariots. Yeah.
"And I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power."
Yeah, from that point on, we're gonna be the Lord's people, man, and we're gonna know the Lord. We're gonna acknowledge the Lord, and the Lord is gonna acknowledge us as His people, man.
Got that Isaiah?
Okay, yeah, 26.
This is Isaiah chapter 26, verse 20. And it says, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed."
Yeah, like what the brother read in our Revelation 15 chapter, right? Like it was a sea of glass. So John seen that vision of him on the chariot, pretty much, in outer space, looking down on the earth.
Because he was on it. He was part of the elect.
Yeah.
Right? John was part of that elect. Okay? And he seen the earth, that sea of glass, which is the firmament. He seen under that firmament the fire that was burning up America, different parts of the earth.
That's right,
okay? So, and he was in that chamber. That chamber, as we read, and as the brother read in Isaiah 26th chapter, we're going to be hid in those chambers, which are the same thing as the clouds, which is the UFOs, the chariots. We're going to be hid for a little moment into the indignation of the past. Indignation meaning righteous anger. And that thermonuclear fire, which is the righteous anger of the Most High. That nuclear fire is the Most High's anger. Okay? Because, and why I said for a little moment, because after that, we're coming back on the earth. We're coming back on the planet Earth. What's that, Revelations 21? If somebody could get
that 1 hour.
Yeah, that's right. For that 1 hour. You got it.
Yeah, we gotta start using mics more. Put more You know what I'm saying? But
we got all these podcasts is blowing up.
Yeah. Like the brother saying, the fire, the 1/3 coming through the fire. Real quick, this is the book of Psalms 48 and 10. It says, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. Yeah, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. So you've been chosen through the furnace of affliction. Because you know, when you purifying gold or purifying silver, you got to put it in a furnace. Because you know, certain types of metals melt at certain temperatures. So in that gold, in that silver, you got something that they call dross. That's even mentioned in the book of Ezekiel, which referencing Israel, if I'm remembering that correctly. But dross is spelled D-R-O-S-S. And dross is like all of them unwanted metals that's found in gold and silver, like tin, aluminum. Because you just can't go into a dig on the ground. Oh, look, I can make a gold chain out of this. They got all kinds of other metals in there that you got to be removed. And that furnace, we going through that furnace right now. That furnace of affliction. And when you go right here to the book of Exodus, the 3rd chapter, and from the first verse, it says, now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock to the backside of the desert and came to the mountain of the Most High, even in Horeb, which even is an old English word for like, which is. So it says to the mountain of the Most High, even in Horeb, or which is even to Horeb, or which is to Horeb. And the angel of Yahweh Shah appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of the bush, which you know that's Yahweh Shah. And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. And it says, and Moses said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, while the bush is not burnt. So the bush was on fire, but the bush wasn't burnt. Because what did that represent? Israel. Israel being in Egypt, which is known as what? An iron furnace. So that bush that was being burnt, the bush represented Israel, but it was on fire because Israel was going through affliction. Right. But at the same time, just as that bush wasn't consumed by the flame, Israel wasn't going to be consumed by that flame that they was going through in the iron furnace, which is Egypt. So that fire represents affliction. So we're in a burning bush right now. You could compare America to that kind of, right? To that kind of like a burning bush. You know?
Quick. Oh, you.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Quick precept. This is Sirach. Sirach chapter 2, verse 5. It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
There you go. Gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. You know? So like the brother was going into today, because to purify gold, you have to get out those impurities, okay, the dross, things like that, okay, and also another way to know that gold and silver is purified, so you can see a reflection in it, and that's the Most High, purifying us, and we can see His reflection, in us, and that's why Scripture speaking about us being like Yahweh Shah, being righteous, man. Why? Because Yahweh Shah is righteous, the Most High is righteous. Okay, right. So we gotta, the Most High is getting. So we go through hell, we go through affliction, to be purified from the filth of this world, man, and to be made righteous.
That's right. I got a quick precept.
Come on.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
That's right, man. And we supposed to endure hardness, man. All right, endure affliction, suffering. Okay, and having patience, man. The word patience means to suffer. So we gotta endure, man. And the word endure means to make hard. You know. Yeah.
Verse 4. No man that worth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier.
Yeah, man. And we warring against the flesh, man, and the kids of this world. Okay. So this is a spiritual battle to stay on the righteous path. Okay. So
Yep.
we're gonna go through those temptations, but it's a constant fight, man. To be a constant fight, constantly going through hell, endurance. Okay. So we could be purified and made acceptable into the Lord.
That's right, brother. I got something real quick. Let somebody. This is the book of 2 Timothy 2:20. Right? The brother said, both sides seeing the reflection in us, right? Now check this out. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 19. Nevertheless, the foundation of the Most High standeth sure. Something that's sure is something that's for certain. That's definite. Having this seal. So it's not only a sure thing, it has a seal on it now. And what is the seal? What is the seal? The Lord knoweth them that are his. And that's the one that's going to have that mark, exempt from judgment. The Lord knoweth them that are his, and let everyone that nameth the name of Yahweh Shah, name of the anointed. It says, now, the Murray verbatim, it says, the name of Christ, depart from iniquity. That right there show you Christ, not his name. It said the name of Christ, or the name of the anointed, which is who? Yahweh Shah. Now check this out. But in the great house, there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, okay, but also of wood and of earth. So in somebody's house, you got gold up in there, they got silver, they got wood, you got wooden floors right now. You got earth, things made out of stone, like bricks and stuff, right? But also of wood and of earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor. You got some stuff that's to honor and dishonor. You may have a certain picture frame. That's something that's to honor. That's something that's to honor. Right? Because you got a picture in there. You don't want the frame to break and the picture become damaged. So there's certain things that's to honor. But there's certain things to dishonor. Like a toilet. There's nothing honorable about that. If a man therefore purge himself from these, or cleanse himself, he shall be a vessel unto honor. Sanctified and meet, meaning good, for the master's use, and prepared for every good work. See that? So we got to purge ourselves. And it gives you some examples. It says, flee youthful lust. I'm sorry, let me keep reading. If a man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified and meet for the master's use, and prepared unto every good work. So you're going to be like a vessel that's good for the master's use. The master, what? The master ultimately talking about Yahweh Shah Shah. But going back to the concept of a house, the master of the house. Right. The master of the house got certain objects and stuff that they use in their house. But you want to be a tool that's of use. If you go in I gotta fix something in my house, and you go in your drawer and you got a Phillips screwdriver or you got a flathead screwdriver and it's chipped. Are you gonna use that? How you gonna be able to use it? You got a vessel unto honor. You want a vessel that can be used, that has benefit. All right, and prepare unto every good work. That's it.
I got something real quick.
Oh, you got that. You got something too? Nah, he gonna get you the mic.
All right, this is Acts 14 and 22, confirming the souls of the disciples, and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom.
That's right. Much tribulation, So okay, so this is not a cakewalk, man. All right, the scriptures speak about prepare when thou comest to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. You know, and constantly endure. All right. So we're gonna go through much tribulations, man. But guess what? Those tribulations and afflictions we go through is not gonna be compared to what we're gonna get. You know, because we're gonna get great things for going. The scriptures speak about our light affliction, man. This is a light affliction at the end of the day. You know, pray for the spirit to endure it.
Go on. That's right, brother. You ain't lying. I want to go read this word here. 2 Peter 2:20 for the word vessel.
Is that 2 Peter as well?
2:20. Yeah, the word vessel. That brother he's looking it up on the laptop. On the Urim and the Thummim. Vessel, yeah, 2 Peter 2:20, the word vessel. Let's see what that says.
The 2 Peter is 1 Peter's.
I'm sorry, brother. 2 Timothy, excuse me. My fault.
2 Timothy.
My fault. I said Peter. 2 Timothy, excuse me.
2:20, right?
Yep, the word vessels. Let's see what that's talking about. We don't know what that means, so we gotta look it up. Which we do know what it means because we got it right here. But
I got it up.
Strong's G 4632. Skuos. Skuos.
that's right. Want me to read it with this definition?
Yeah, you can read it.
All right. Skuos. Now jump down. It says metaphorically, a man of quality, a chosen instrument. But then it says in a bad sense, an assistant in accomplishing an evil deed. So that's somebody that's under dishonor. But somebody that's the honor is a man of quality, a chosen instrument. There you go. That's right, brother. The elect. Yep.
Sirach chapter 2 verse Sirach chapter 2 verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so yeah, like as I stated earlier, we gotta when you come to serve the Lord, you gotta prepare yourself for temptation. You gotta be ready to go through that spiritual war. Okay, and endure hardness as a good soldier, as the brother read earlier, and endure having patience, going through suffering, being able to go through that purge. Right, that purging process from the Most High, pretty much.
Verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
Yeah, set your mind, right? Set your mind aright and constantly endure. All right. And, scripture speak about counting the cost. Knowing what you're getting into. All right, prepare your mind for it. And that's what we all of us brothers had to do that coming into this thing, man. I remember I was like that, man. Hey, I'm about to, take this next step, man. I envisioned certain things happening, man, that I'm gonna have to endure. Like, damn, can I really endure this? If this situation happened, damn, will I be prepared for it? Yeah. Will I ponder upon those things, Personal things that I felt that could, probably pull me away from the truth. So, I had to think on that. Can I really, can I put the Lord over this or that? And that's what all of us brothers did in this thing.
We're still doing.
Which we're still
doing.
That's right.
The battle. We're still in the battlefield. The fight has Salaki. We're still doing. We still have to endure because the end ain't happened yet. We're still, fighting. We're still at war. The Lord is comparing us to soldiers. We still have to endure all the tribulation until Yahweh Shai and the holy angels arrive.
That's right.
I got something else too.
Matthew 24, verse 13. But he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Yeah, so he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved, right? Because you have many guys that was amongst us. They won certain battles, but they didn't endure to the end, right? And ultimately, they lost the war, which is a spiritual war we're going through, man. Satan eventually got them, So that's important, man, is enduring to the end, which we have to pray for that endurance. Okay, because none of us is delivered yet. You know, when we know when we deliver when we on those chariots, man. You know.
This is Romans chapter 12, verse 1. And it says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is your reasonable service.
Yeah, that's right. And this is our reasonable service, man, to do the service of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And we presented our bodies a living sacrifice. All right, we sacrificed the cares of this world, things we might have been doing before coming into this truth that we had to sacrifice. Okay, whatever career path you wanted, or if you planned on having a successful career or being a millionaire or whatever, man, things that would hinder you from doing this truth. We sacrifice those things to be a service to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. And we wasn't conformed with the world, like as 2/3 is. All right, we put the world off to serve the Lord.
I got something. All right, this is Romans 8 and 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Yahweh? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. Right, so that's why the scripture speaks about making certain assessment. That's what scripture said, examine yourself, because there's always going to be somewhat chinks in the armor, and once you have certain chinks in the armor, that gives Satan an avenue, to take a jab at you and possibly take you out. So now, when we come to serve the Lord, you're gonna go through unfortunate events. You're gonna go through circumstances. You're gonna lose a lot. It's gonna be times you're gonna be uptight. It's gonna be times you might be homeless. If that's your lot. But you're gonna go through it. So, you said what?
Infirmities.
Right, the brother said infirmities. Brother's gonna go through sickness.
Oh.
So we in it to the death. No matter what. So we put the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, before everything else, before ourselves, before our family, before anything in this world. And when we do that, the Most High is going to bless us. So I'm going to read Romans 8 and 35 again. Who shall separate us from the love of Yahushua? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. Because now, when we go out there and teach, we upload videos. Don't be shocked to find out, they have all of our address, and pictures of us and building cases on us for teaching this word. So if that be the case, so what? If we go down for the word, we know that the Lord's going to protect us. Nay, in all these things, we are more than conquerors through him that love us. Now, the him is referencing toward Yahushua. So we're able to conquer these unfortunate circumstances through our Lord Yahushua, as long as we believe. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of the Most High, which is in Yahushua our Lord. That's it.
That's facts. I got a precept. This is the book of St. Matthew chapter 7 verse 13. And to ye in at the straight gate, For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Verse 14. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. That's right. The straight gate is this truth, this faith that we're in. Okay, this walk. It's not going to be a walk in the park. Okay, in order for us to make it to the kingdom, we're going to have to go through that narrow path. Okay, it's going to be, that narrow path consists of hell, tribulations, Satan plaguing your mind. Okay, different demons attacking you. Okay, different tribulations. Okay, suffering for righteousness' sake. Okay, that's the straight gate. Okay, it's not going to be a walk in the park. We're not saved from anything like how these so-called Christians like to say that they're saved, Jesus saved them. We're not saved from anything yet. Okay, we have to go through the straight gate in order to receive everlasting life. Okay, and that's what the hopeful elect is going to receive, everlasting life. For wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. That's right, broad is the gate that leadeth to destruction. Okay, 2/3 of our people are going through that broad gate. They want everything, you know, given to them without them having to earn anything. Okay, they don't want to work for anything. Okay, the elect's gonna have to work hard, and the elect, the scripture says that elect shall scarcely be saved, because it's not gonna be a walk in a park. It's not gonna be easy to make it into the so-called UFOs, which are the chariots of the Most High. Okay.
Like to speak about that.
And one more scripture, a quick scripture. There, like the brother was saying, he was saying, don't be surprised they got pictures of us and our address. You might be thinking, nah, they ain't got no pictures. Hey, brother, look, they got pictures of brothers, man. Satan got a chart. It's like the FBI got a chart.
Yep.
You better believe they got pictures of us. You can go in there right now and probably type in your slave name, your slave name. A picture is gonna pop up. So if you could look it up on Google, what the hell you make you think they don't got pictures of you, man? Huh?
More events. I'll say more events.
Yeah, more advanced. They got cameras out there that's like 97.5% as accurate as a human. That's almost as accurate as a human eye. Or I think that's just as accurate as a human eye. You know how you see you in a crowd of people, you see somebody you can't really make them out. They got cameras that's just about that accurate, man. They watching me, brother. You don't believe me? Be up 4 a.m. watching them Illuminati videos, man. You think they watching you, man?
Yeah, they definitely watching us, man. They got what do you call it? We consider them drones, like fake mosquitoes, fake flies. And you think of the mosquito on your wall, but you're actually being monitored. But real quick, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say one thing. I remember years ago when we was speaking on teaching on Delancey Street, and we had camp. We speaking, and a helicopter came. Yeah, it hovered over, and they came like real low, like right above the roof of the building. And it looked like somebody was filming. Yeah. Right. It
was like evening time.
Come.
Oh shoot! Yeah, look like somebody's outside the thing filming.
Yeah, hell yeah, and that's the first thing we thought. Like, damn, they watching us and shit, But they ain't got to do that now. Like brother said, they got the mosquitoes, drones and shit.
Shit, they watching you through your own phone. They could hack into your phone and just be looking at you, listening to your phone conversation, whatever.
Smart TVs. You have a TV in your living room, they watching you.
Yeah.
In your room, wherever you got.
This is Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things without shall suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. You want to go bring it up?
Yeah, come. Yeah, and that's so. You can read it again.
Okay. I think it probably pick up both our words. Okay. So it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
Yeah, that's not talking about the spiritual demon Satan, okay? That's talking about the so-called white man, Esau. Okay? And when you look up the word devil, one of the definitions, it tells you like a devilish person or like a sly person, man.
Yeah.
And that's what it's talking about. It's talking about Esau, the so-called white man. Because he's the one that's going to physically cast us into prison, man.
When we actually look into the word devil derives from the Greek and actually means a slanderer or a
Right.
false accuser.
Right.
So for him to justify us being detained, he's gonna have to have some type of accusation against us for him to detain us, such as domestic terrorism, and Esau could come up with that. But when we read on, it says that he may be tried, and he shall have tribulation 10 days, and that just means a complete amount of times. So, other words, each brother' faith is gonna be tested. Some brothers gonna be detained. Some brothers might be put in the guillotine, but each brother faith is gonna be tested individually. So it says that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. That's it on that.
And it's all a test. So the main thing is we gotta hold on to our faith, man. All right, even unto death, man. Why? Because we know that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna give us that crown of life, man. And that's what we all want. That's what we all fighting for. All right, that spiritual power, to be the top elite in the kingdom. That's what we fighting for, man. Yahweh Shah is gonna give us the whole universe.
That's right.
All our desires. We're gonna get that.
Luke,
got it.
Luke 16 verse 8.
Yep.
And the Lord condemned the unjust steward, because he had done wisely. For the children of this world are wiser in the generation of the children of light.
Say it again.
It says the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light.
Yeah, who the children of this world, man? The children, which is going into Esau.
Yeah.
Right. They're the children of this world, but they're wiser than children of light, man. Right, which is the children of the kingdom, Israel. What? Esau, hey man, Esau.
Esau, he look into things.
That's
like
right.
you go on YouTube right now, any what do you call those videos? Tutorial videos, how to videos. It usually be Edomites. It might be a few, Moabites or Ammonites. But, yeah, it's always Edomites, how to do something. You might say Edomites showing you how to do it. Now you see a YouTube video, majority YouTube video with Jake is into it's all about entertainment and folly. You see Jake doing money spreads or the YouTube video might just be on pranks. Teenager prank his dad, or the teenager prank his mom. He broke the TV, But it usually is all about entertainment. But if we go to Esau videos, they got all types of tutorials, and most of the tutorials it be Esau.
So that's what was it? Thou wiser than Daniel,
Like them brothers saying, Esau look into things, biology, what they call that, taxonomy. So basically, like it's a term I'm looking for, like a scientific term. Like we got a term like Leo Panthera. Type that in, Leo Panthera. That's like a lion. Leo Panthera. It's called the term. Just type in Leo Panthera, see what pop up. You typed it in? They got like biology, zoology, marine biology, parapsychology. Okay, you typed it in as well. It's called
You want the definition?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Wikipedia real quick.
Okay. It's a specific type of term is known as. I think it's called a binomial nomenclature. That might be what it's called.
Yeah, I'm looking on Wikipedia right now. Leo or Panthera, Leo. That's what it is.
Kind of. Hold on 1 second. I'm typing binomial nomenclature. Yeah, go ahead. I got it right here, brother. Binomial nomenclature. The system of nomenclature in which two terms are used to denote a species of living organism, like Leo Panthera. That's like a lion. So Esau look into stuff. These damn bastards, they always looking into stuff.
Accomplish a diligent search.
Say that again?
They accomplish a diligent search.
That's right. The first one indicating the genus, and the second one, the specific epithet. So the genus would be Leo, and Panthera would be the second epithet. So That's what it is with these damn devils. They always looking into something. They could break down the anatomy of an ant.
Right.
They could break down the anatomy of an ant. The anatomy or the difference between you got 186,000 different types of species of ants.
And shit, yeah.
And the Esau's always looking into something. It's this many planets or this. Esau don't know that, but they're wiser than children of light.
That's why the scriptures say they are wiser than Daniel. You know, but
Yeah, taxonomy. That's what it's called. Taxonomy. By yeah, go ahead, bro.
God. Second Ezra chapter 6. Second Ezra chapter 16. Start at verse.
Say something real quick. Yeah, cause like Daniel he can interpretate dreams and stuff. Yeah, you know. Right. Esau got the, which he probably didn't put out. He ain't put out yet, but Esau got the technology. He could read your thoughts. You know. Yeah. He could see what you dreaming. You know. Put the stuff hooked up to you on your head and the monitor and all that. And you can see what you're thinking about on the screen. Esau has that technology, man. He has all that technology in the physical. You know.
Searching online, searching for a certain product. That shit will show up, man.
Hell yeah, man. You got the Esau. He knows that's what Esau's trying to accomplish, man. To be like the Most High on earth, man. He's trying to accomplish that omnipresence, omnipotency in the physical. You know.
And like this brother made a point. He said, Daniel could interpret dreams. These damn devils. These devils could look at the dream. This brother just passed you this here. You can read it since it's your phone. And you burn it up. Hey, you good? You read it. Then give it to him.
Modified MRI machine. The modified MRI machine can not only be used to read dreams, but also to reconstruct dreams. So that's the power of Esau. You know, when you wake up, you can replay the dream on the screen. So technology has increased tremendously. You know, in that case, no more forgetting the dream. And this is scientists in Japan use MRI scanner to read dreams. Yep.
These are smart devils.
That's right.
Cause I was looking at this documentary on YouTube. It's called Super Elements, and it go in depth with all these different elements. They use certain types of metals to make plane engines because that particular metal it can be able to withstand like tens of thousands of degrees or thousands of degrees of heat. Huh? I think that's what it's called. They got. Did you know that liquid hydrogen? I believe liquid hydrogen. It could freaking. I believe liquid hydrogen is used to do like what's it called CAT scans or MRIs. That's how when they inject you in that thing, when they inject the thing into your body, that's what makes your body show up on the screen. It's like a liquid hydrogen. No, it's helium. Sorry, it's helium. It's helium. Okay. That's actually helium, man. You think helium is just to blow balloons? That's actually like helium that they'll put inside your body, and it'll highlight all of the different parts of your insides. Right. There's like liquid helium can actually even go through solid objects. So these might search out everything. He has something real quick. He was waiting for a little minute.
Good. Second Ezra 16, verse. I gotta say something. Okay. Second Ezra 16, and verse. I started verse 68. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision, and in reproach, and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai." And it says, the brothers will speak on it. It says, they shall be like mad men. Verse 71.
71. Yeah. Second. You said second 13, right?
16.
16.
Oh, 16.
What, 70?
It's verse 71. I read verse 70 again. It says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, just like what we read in Revelation 10, man. Because the time is gonna come with Esau. He's gonna be looking to come down on the men of the Lord. Right? Why? Because he has a short time. Revelations 12 and 12. All right. And Esau knows that this truth is real. All right. And he's in his mind, he think he could stop it. He think he could destroy the men of the Lord. No, but go ahead.
They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Go ahead.
For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen.
Yeah, and then because that time of great faith is going to be the time where your faith is going to be tested, man. When Esau roll on you, that's when it's going to be known who's the real men of the Lord. Right? Because you know, you have people that's going to fold in that time, Lord willing, be a part of that elect, and we don't.
Oh, it's one more line.
You got a lot of guys out there calling themselves all these Israelite camps. Because Esau going to roll on all these Israelite camps too, man. You got these Israelite guys calling themselves Israelites that's doing all this worldly shit. They gonna fold in that time, man. They don't take this thing serious. They using this Israel for a platform for profit, for gains, to be seen of men. Filthy lucre's sake, or to be seen of men. But when that time come, man, they faith gonna be tested too, man. And it's gonna be known who the real prophets, man. All right, the apostles of GMS, the brothers, Lord willing, we the elect, man.
Right. Last line, it says, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire.
Yeah, and so when that time when Esau rolls in on the men of the Lord, okay, that's a trying process also, man. The Lord's gonna see who's gonna be willing to die for the word of the Lord. Okay. That's right, man. But everything is controlled by the Most High. All right, because Esau, at the end of the day, Esau is a sword of the Lord. All right. And that's why, David made that prayer, deliver me from the hand of the wicked, which is thy sword. The Most High controls all these nations, man. All right. He controls the wicked, all these heathen nations that try to do harm to us. The Most High has control if they're gonna do any harm or not.
Also want to just add on to that too. That proves, we know Esau and his MO, because when we go into history, 70 AD, all right, even the time of Yahweh Shah when he was to give birth, you had the Romans on the Herod. They will go ahead and try to kill all the males, all the that was born around the firstborns, right?
2 years.
Right, around 2 years or younger, around the time of Yahweh Shah's birth, because he wanted to stop prophecy, but it was impossible then. And the same way they rolled on Israel, then, all right, they're gonna do the same thing now, man, because they want to start prophecy. Okay, but that was quick precept. It's Isaiah 14 and 12. It says, "Hard thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning." And we know heaven being a position of rulership, position of power, and that ultimately goes into the Illuminati, who try to top Edomites or top rulers on earth today. It says, "O Lucifer, son of the morning," which morning, dealing with the sun coming up. All right, and when you go into Lucifer, how thou fallen from right, light bearer, which I pulled up in the blue letter, which the brother's right. It's light means light bearer, but just to see what the blue letter says. It says Hayalal in the Hebrew, and it says the morning star, brightness, Lucifer. All right, sense of brightness. Now, if someone's the A student in class, you would say, you know what, that guy's pretty bright, or that girl's pretty bright. Now, Esau has that that understanding to look certain things up, like we've been going through the scriptures, but that was all given to him from the Most High, okay, Yahweh Shai, and it was ultimately to bring him down. So it says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?"
Right.
Yeah, you fallen because Yahweh shot, because the Most High wanted to show His power.
That's right.
All right.
They ain't talking about the angel in heaven that disrespected the Most High. You talking about that?
Yeah, that's right. Because that's what they were teaching in them churches or different, even these different Israelites, man, go totally going off.
That's right.
It says, "How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations."
If I could say something too,
Yeah.
because all this, like Esau, being wiser than the children of light, all this knowledge he has, he knows everything. His great accomplishments, his kingdom, the excellency of his kingdom, with everything he has, he's still gonna fall, man.
Right.
He's still gonna fall.
Yeah,
the Most High is gonna destroy him out of his excellency, man.
Yeah.
You got it back.
I got a precept. There's the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 3. "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition."
Yeah, that's right, man. And we did fall away from our heritage. Yahweh Shah came on the scene. The word spread, but we had a falling away from our heritage again. But what? And that man of sin be revealed. Read that part again.
"Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition."
Yeah, that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, meaning the son of destruction.
Yeah.
All right, the one who's gonna go into destruction, which is talking about Esau, the so-called white man. Go ahead.
Verse 4. "Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High,
Right.
or that is worshipped, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, shewing himself that he is the Most High."
Yeah, and that's what Esau do. He acquaint himself with being the Most High, and that's why ever since the Renaissance era, you see everything been whitewashed. You have the image of the Most High is white, the angel white. Okay, if there's a God, it has to be His image. Okay, and that's what Esau do, man. And he feels like he is no higher than him. That he's the power of the earth. All right, go ahead.
That's it on right.
No, it's
I forgot what verse that's saying. Then
This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. Just to go over what the brother's saying, it says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces." It says, "He covered the faces of the judges thereof."
Yeah, that's right. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. He covereth his faces of the judges thereof. Who did that? All right. Who's the wicked of the earth that covers the faces of the judges? The so-called white man. Because why? He puts up his image of the judges, who are the judges? The Most High, Yahweh Shah, the angels. Okay. He took down the true images of the Most High and the angels and the Son, which are black men according to the scriptures, and Esau whitewashed everything during the Renaissance era. Okay, iconoclasm, defacing of the image. Okay, and that's why you have these images today of God being white, the Lord being white, because He covering the faces.
You got the fake Jews over there in Israel, claiming to be the real Jews.
That's right.
He's covering the faces of the judges thereof. It's the Most High has given him the power to rule on planet Earth.
That's right.
But it's only temporal. It's not forever. After this kingdom is destroyed, Esau's kingdom, okay, the wicked's kingdom of Yahweh Shah will be established.
It says, "If not, where and who is he?"
Yeah, because he's the only one who done it, man. You don't see goddamn everywhere you go. You don't see no Asian God, or no Asian image, no African image of the Most High, no Arab image of the Most High. All you see, everything is white, man. You know, so he's the one who done that, man. He whitewashed everything, man. Everything dealing with the Bible, the Most High, the prophets, the angels, is all him. Look at the movies. You go see Passion of the Christ, Noah's Ark, or whatever. All right, they all white. So he's the wicked that done that.
Yeah, and then even the superheroes too. Like
Right.
he portrays the superheroes as being Edomites as well. You know, so you know he's deceiving these people by thinking, you know, that he's God, he's the Most High. You know, and back in the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 5, remember ye not that when I was with you, I told you these things. Verse 6, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who know, Salakia, only he who now letteth will let until.
Because at that time it wasn't revealed, you know, who the devil was. But the devil was already at work. All right, which was the Roman Empire. Okay, they were Edomites. But it's being revealed who the devil is, man. The son of perdition, who going into destruction. Okay, because they're here today, and this is the revised Roman Empire.
Yeah.
You read into the going to Revelations, right? That red dragon, which is or that beast that was wounded and was healed. Is all talking about the Roman Empire, which is back today, man. All right, the NATO and the EU, okay, and they're the devil, which is getting ready to go into destruction in these times, man. When Yahweh Hashem Yahushua bring judgment upon the earth, man, that thermonuclear fire, Yahweh Shah coming back with the chariots and bringing destruction upon this place, you know. That's right.
Real quick, to go to land back on what that brother just said. He read that beast. I want to say something to land back on what that brother just said. He said that beast talking about, you know, he said the Roman Empire. You know, which is right. He's not lying. But it's back here today. Now I want to bring this out real quick. This is from a website called Tomorrow's World. How the Romans United Europe then and now. September to October 2006. I'm going to jump right down to the point. Okay? It says Belgian politician Paul Henry Spaak was one of the founding fathers of the modern effort to unite Europe. Commenting on how it felt to sign the Treaty of Rome in 1957, he observed, "We felt like the Romans on that day. We were consciously recreating the Roman Empire once more." And that's from the Signature of God by Jeffrey, page 191. So what you gonna say about that now? There you go. You got something up? Okay.
In 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way.
Yeah, and the mystery of iniquity, which was the Romans at that time. All right.
And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Yeah, and that's what's going on now, man. The Lord is consuming Esau with the spirit of his mouth, man. You got the prophets out there on the highways and byways that's condemning this place, you know, letting the devil know to his face that, look, your kingdom is going down, all right? And the Most High is going to destroy with the brightness of his coming, okay? That thermonuclear destruction, all right?
Verse 9, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan,
Yeah,
with
because all the works of Esau, man, is after Satan, because Esau is adverse from to the Most High, man, in his ways. The so-called white man don't uphold the laws of the Bible. He goes against all the ways of the Most High. All right, all his works is after the works of Satan, man.
right.
You know, and he do it indirectly. He don't, you know, he'll try to hide it behind his subliminal messages, all right, his witchcraft. But everything that the so-called white man do is after Satan.
That's right. That's why, like, you hear a lot of phrases being brought up, such as, you know, such as, you know, talking things into fruition or talking things into existence. That's the phrase they say. You got to talk things into existence. Or you might hear people say, what's the other phrase? You got to manifestation. There you go. You have the ability to manifest. But that goes back to the law of attraction, which the phrase law of attraction was coined by a woman named Helen Blavatsky, and she was a well-known Satanist and a Luciferian, and she was given the basic guidelines to manifest materialistic things by worshiping, you know, these deities. So when people put up, you know, they goals, they think they desire, and they look at it every morning, what that become is a ritual, everyday ritual, and they end up receiving it because it's coming from the left hand side now. And you know, I will watch a couple of videos of people who, you know, turned so-called Christian that was into that, and one of the testimonies they always say is the deeper they got into it, they will have, you know, they will have a lot of what do you call that? Sleep paralysis, or they'll have dreams. They'll see shadow figures, or they'll wake up, see shadow figures, or sometimes they might be driving, and a demon just, you know, manifests himself because the things that they were receiving was from these demons. Right. So they may have wanted this dream job or a title or position in a job, and they start running that ritual. They write down what they want and look at it every day. They do that enchantment, and eventually they receive it. And them demons will give it to you, or Satan will give it to you, and that's how he draws you in. They keep going and going and going until he have total control. But you know, we go to what's that, Matthews with
saying
trying to he came to your house
Yahushua,
and he offered your house shot, and he told him all these things I will give to you. It's going to show you what that saying also blessing. The Most High blessed and the Satan blessed. But if you get the blessing from Satan, that's only temporary, because the Most High, he's going to destroy everything in this world. And Satan works for the Most High.
Yeah.
That's on that.
Okay. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
That's right, and that's also going into, you know, 2/3, man. All right, because Esau is not going to be saved. 2/3 they works after Satan too, man, and they follow after the so-called white man and his ways and his lying wonders. Okay, and what, they're going to be destroyed right along with this devil. Okay.
Yep, and I was gonna land back over to the brother Lamadia had mentioned with the Blavatsky chick. That's pretty mentioned that, because I was looking that up earlier this week. So this is from Facebook, which I don't have a Facebook. This is the public page, and this from right here. It's called Judaism, right? Now I'm gonna jump right down. I'm gonna start talking about this woman. Okay. Let me bear me 1 second. Oh, a little more than that. 1 second. This type of naming. I mean, word search a name.
You want me to read something real quick?
Okay, yeah, I got it. Just found it. It says, now in 1875, the Rosicrucians. Now wait a minute. It said Rosicrucian. You look at the term Rosicrucianism. It says Rosicrucianism is a spiritual and cultural movement that arose in Europe in the early 17th century after the publication of several texts purported to announce the existence of a hitherto unknown esoteric order to the world, and made seeking its knowledge attractive to many. So we have an idea of Rosicrucianism being a spiritual and cultural movement in the early 17th century, right? So
let's read on. But the 17th century is what, the 1600s? If I'm not mistaken, that'll be the 1600s. So go reading on. It says, check this out. It says why the thing keep happening, man? Keep losing my place. Okay. It says now in 1875 the Rosicrucians established Theosophy, led by Helen Blavatsky. Now I said Theosophy. Theosophy is what? Any number of philosophies maintaining that a knowledge of God may be achieved through spiritual ecstasy, direct intuition. Direct intuition. I can manifest this. I can manifest that. Or special individual relations. Especially the movement founded in 1875 as the Theosophical Society by Helen Blavatsky and Henry Steele Olcott, 1832 to 1907. Going back, it says what? It says, now in 1875, the Rosicrucians established Theosophy, led by Helen Blavatsky, to bring occultism to open society. There you go. Who has something?
And she was a Russian, by the way.
Yeah, she was a Russian.
I go to show you, whatever.
I can bring it up.
1874.
2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. For our weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, to the pulling down of strongholds. So with this word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we break down all the lies and deceit that the devil has casted out in the spells, the witchcraft that Esau has casted out through all his many devices. Verse 5, casting down imaginations, which is back in what I just set up, and every high thing that exalt itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringeth into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach, which is Yahushua. So when we bring out this truth, we're not just reading the scriptures alone. We can back up, help the scriptures by bringing out actual proof with Google and brothers bringing out research. The elders, they were doing a live stream. The brother brought out that book now costs $1,000+, and that's what Esau does. The Russian icons to basically stop the truth from coming out, making information harder to obtain by putting a price on a regular book at one point in time, going back to 2000, like let's say 2013, 14, it cost $7 on Amazon. You know, but yeah, that was one.
I got something real quick. Now this is the book of Psalms 52:2. Thy tongue deviseth mischief, like a sharp razor working deceitfully. Now, because Esau have a thing that is known as word magic, because he has a certain type of language that put a spell on the people, just like what we're seeing right now with this whole conflict with Ukraine and Russia, and they only report one side of it, but the U.S. has an interest in it and taking over Ukraine, but what they'll do is use the Western media to turn Russia into the bad person, whereas Russia is just simply protecting their borders or tightening up their national security. But you have all these campaigns going on, pray for Ukraine and such. Now it says, thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness. That's why he's known as the devil, which is a slanderer. Because the way Esau get control of things is by getting the backup of the people by slandering. And we got to enter into this country because of this. They need our help. So we got to support, give them weapons, bring troops over there. But that is through deceitfulness. Thy lovest all devouring words, all thou deceitful tongue. The Most High shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place, and root thee out of the land of the living. Salah. Now the land of the living is over there in Israel, and that that World War III battle is going to kick off with the so-called Jews, and then that battle going to really kick off. That's it on that.
Oh,
To add to what the brother said, what the elder said. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Yeah, that's right. With that dragon, which we put out earlier, which is the Roman Empire, the revised Roman Empire, that old serpent going back to what? The garden, man. So that serpent that was back then in the garden is here today, man. Esau, okay, which is the devil. And so when you read these scriptures, it's not talking about no demon, Satan, and under the ground, man. It's all parabolic, man. Which we're breaking down those parables for you, man. It's talking about the so-called white man, and his angels is talking about his army, man. When you read up, it speaks about that war in heaven. All right, Michael and his angels versus the dragon and his angels. Okay.
This is Isaiah 14 and 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
Right.
How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations?
It was brother brought out earlier, man. So, because Esau's getting ready to be taken out of his rulership, man. Okay, with all the great wisdom that he had, that all comes from the Most High. All everything, the excellency that he accomplished, he's going to be brought down, man. Okay.
Yep. It says, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
Yeah, that's right, man. Read it up again.
It says, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven.
And that's what Esau did, man. Esau did ascend into heaven. Okay, that's why he had his space stations out of space. Okay, his satellites. What's that in Obadiah? It speaks about that in Obadiah. He exalted his throne as an eagle. Okay, all his accomplishments into going out of space. All right, go ahead.
I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High.
Yeah, which he did. He had throw his throne above the stars, his satellites out of space, and also those stars represents Israel, which he's over right now, because we're under the hand of the so-called white man.
Revelation 12.
That's right. Yep. Revelation 12. It speaks about the 12 stars, man. You got it.
Yep. It says, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
Yeah, the mount of the congregation. Okay, which is the mount, meaning government, which is talking about Israel. Scriptures refer to us on Mount Zion, and he's sitting upon us in the congregation of the north, or right here in the land of the north, right here in America. Go ahead.
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
Yeah, and that's the Esau's MO, man. He wants to be like the Most High. Okay, he wants to be the Almighty, and that's what it all boils down to with this RFID chip, which is getting ready to come. He wants everything under his rule. He wants to be the power over the people of the earth. But guess what, man? The Most High, just like how the Most High hardened Pharaoh's heart, so he could destroy him. That's what the Most High is doing with Esau right now, man. Building up his pride so he could fall, man. The scripture say, pride goeth before destruction, and the haughty look before a fall, man. And that's what the Most High is doing with Esau. The Most High got Esau in the trick bag.
Yeah, since you mentioned that the Most High pretty much ruleth in the kingdom of men, and he's working on the minds of men. You know, there's no such thing as free will. This is Job chapter 34, verse 33. Should it be according to thy mind, he will recompense it, whether thou refuse or whether thou choose, and not I speak, and not I therefore speak what thou knowest. Yeah, and it's not going to be according to the so-called white man's mind, okay? Because we see what's going on right now. All right, the devil's been loosed a little season. He's ran amok, you know, amongst throughout the world, man. Scriptures say, he shall the Most High is gonna what destroy them, which destroy the earth. All right, because this devil, man, he's through his works, he's destroying the earth. All right, you got chemtrails in the air. All right, the GMO foods, you know, crops being destroyed, you know, fluoride in the water, huh? Wars, yeah, fracking, you know. And it says he will recompense it whether thou refuse or whether thou choose. So you devils is going into slavery, whether you like it or not. There's nothing you could do about it, man. You can't add a second unto your rulership, man.
That's right.
Okay.
That's why what scripture say. He had his point in his bounds that he cannot pass. Yep. Job 5.
God knows it.
Speaking of Job, this is Job 20 and 5. Yeah, I started 5. It says, no, I started 4, Shalaki. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Yeah, man. It says the triumph of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. And Esau is one of the biggest hypocrites, man. You know, like even this thing with Russia and Ukraine, where they paint Russia to be the bad guy, whereas Esau is really a snake, man. All right, so especially dealing with America, because that's really the head, you know. So he's gonna, you know, be a snake about, you know, anything. He will lie his way and make the people deceive the people and whatever, man. Because why is that? Because he's a hypocrite.
Oh, say something real quick,
Yeah,
bro. Like you mentioned about Russia and Ukraine. Now, one of the reasons gas is going up because they want to move people to electric cars, and when you get people towards electric cars, it get people closer to you condition people to the Internet of Things, the 5G network, and so that's what it's all about, getting people to this 5G Internet of Things.
So I'm continuing on. It says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reaches onto the clouds, like we're going into, he was able to, you know, venture into outer space, his projectiles, satellites and whatnot, his space force, spaceships, space shuttles, whatever, you know. He had a rail guns that shoot bullets into space. Why is that? Because he wants to be able to defend himself against Yahweh Shah and those chariots. It says, yea, he shall perish. It says, yea, he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? So ultimately, man, you ain't shit, literally. You know, you're gonna perish like your own dung. You know, so you're gonna be in a low back to you, back to yourself, back to your rightful place, man, in a low state. You know, ultimately being destroyed by fire. Right. It says, he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. And that's true, because you have these dreams, these amazing dreams. You know, you sleeping and dreaming and you wake up and you like, damn, what the hell just happened? Sometimes you got to write it down before you forget it.
That's true.
It says, the eye also which saw him it says, the eye also which saw him shall see him no more,
neither shall his place any more behold him. Right, because Esau is gonna be wiped off the map, man. Ain't gonna be Edomite around, you know. After you serve your 1,000 years of slavery, okay, unlike any slavery that you ever put upon the nation of Israel, your slavery is gonna be 100 times worse. All right. After that, you gonna be done away with, man.
Ain't no Edomites gonna be saved, you know, for the GOCC, man. Ain't gonna be no remnant, no Edomites that's gonna, you know, or they just gonna be serving. No, man, they gonna go into hardcore slavery and then they gonna be destroyed, man. This is all gonna be like a dream, man. They gonna fly away like a bad nightmare. All right.
His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. And you know, Esau, the poor, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the true Israelites, and he would see Esau can't do nothing good, man. All right, so even if he was to give you a welfare check, it'll be saying it'll be a way for him to capitalize on it. That's the hypocrisy of this devil, man. You know, here you can have such and such, but you gotta take the man out the house. So now there's no man around to raise the young men coming up. So now the young men come up emotional, disruptive, okay, because they don't have no real leadership. So that's the ways of the devil. His bones are full of sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. And how was this place built, man? How was America built upon wickedness? All right, murder, rape, robbery, murder. You know, ask the so-called Native American Indians, man. They had to watch this man build his kingdom upon their land. All right, and they were helpless against this man. It says, though wickedness be
and all those sins that he committed ever since he was king, you know,
Yep.
all that stuff is going. The Most High is going to remember everything. You know, he said he's gonna be judged from when he walked the earth as a serpent.
Yeah.
When he was Cain. Esau. Goddamn the Greeks, the Roman Empire, America. That's right.
To the average trailer park dummy.
Yeah, to the average trailer park dummy, man. The Most High is gonna remember everything that he done in history, man. He's gonna be judged for it.
That's why the scriptures say his transgression is riches towards the heavens.
That's right.
Exactly.
It says, though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spirit and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth. That's why you can't trust this devil. All right, he ain't gonna let go of wickedness, man. You know, but our people 2/3 of it is gonna learn it the hard way.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
This devil is not gonna learn. These 2/3 are not gonna learn. Sirach chapter 12 verse 16. Sirach chapter 12 verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. So you want me to break it down? All right. So yeah, Esau is subtle. He is that cunning hunter. Going back to Genesis 3:1.
Crafty wickedness.
The water, brother. He's crafty. You said crafty in wickedness.
Yeah.
Crafty in wickedness. He will weep his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. So Esau has all the tricks in the bag to get you 2/3. You gonna say something? Oh yeah. Esau has all the tricks in the bag to get you 2/3 with like going back, for example, with the C-19 thing. I forgot the word, but incentives, with the incentives. Yeah. But, you know, the worst thing I heard was free lap dances if you get jabbed up, you know. Verse 17, in adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. So when I'm gonna read it again. In adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him first. So when you're down and out, that's when Esau is gonna show his face. When you need help, that's when the government, big brother government is gonna come to help you out. But there's always a trick, a trick bag.
Say something on that too. Because when you read that scripture, it reminded me of when Israel was being taken down by the Babylonians, and you got Edom right there, ready to capitalize on it. So,
and that goes, and that's brother. He reminded me of Ezekiel 35:5. That perpetual hatred. When Esau got swindled out of his birthright. I mean, it's like he sold his birthright and got swindled out of his blessing, out of his inheritance. Salakia. What did he made a vow to come after the house of Israel. Once he mourned his dad Isaac, he made a vow to shed the blood of his brother, which is us, the Israelites, Jacob, the house of Jacob. I'm gonna finish up real quick. Verse 18. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. So he's gonna tuck his horns away. He's gonna smile in your face, give you the great pearly whites. But them fake smiles. But at the end of the day, he has evil in his heart towards you, especially if you're of the house of Israel.
Like when you read up go up to that verse where it says, "Yet they shall undermine thee." With that word undermine means to like weaken with degrees, man. So like over years, you could let's just say from like the 60s, he didn't 60s until now, he's always looking for ways to weaken us, as a nation, take us down. We had back during the 60s, you had the
women's lib,
the welfare,
women's lib, feminism,
liberation, getting the man out of the house. Look, he's emasculating our men, making us into faggots, abortion clinics. So he's always looking for ways to weaken us, man, as a nation, man.
Being subtle, and with the key word is gradualism, because Esau's not gonna just strike. He's not gonna just throw that punch at you. He's gonna sneak he's basically gonna sucker punch you, basically.
And that's what these damn devils do. Like the brother mentioned, gradualism. See, first they start with male faggots. Then they start showing you lesbians. Then they start going into so-called pedophilia. And then eventually they're going to go to zoophilia or bestiality. And you see that. They had a movie in the 80s called Howard the Duck. And there was a white duck. And there was a sex scene in the damn goddamn movie. With a duck and a human being. Then they do that with, what's that movie called? What's that show called? Family Guy? Yeah. With Brian always wanting to plow. That's how Esau talk. Yeah. Lois, always wanting to have sex with Lois. They had a show called Mr. Pickles with a demonic dog. Always was humping the woman. Mm-hmm. And then what's after bestiality? Necrophilia. Having sex with dead bodies. Right. That's the next step. It's gradual. They got people to accept men with men, women with women, so-called bisexuals, so-called transgenders. Then it's going to be pedophilia. Oh, look, pedophilia. That's right. And then after that is zoophilia. Then it's necrophilia, sex with animals, man.
Right. And then when he do those things, he will
sex with dead bodies. Excuse me.
That's right.
So-called sex.
And when he put that on, when he put those things on like high esteem, he would put Jake as the face of it, man. Like for example, I didn't see the movie yet, the Eternals, but from what I heard, like one of the Eternals was a Jake, a black dude, but he was a damn homosexual. Yeah. What I heard. Yeah. So they put Jake in that light. Yeah, he a superhero and stuff like that, but he had to be a homosexual superhero, man. And that's how Esau with his witchcraft try to put that that wicked spirit upon you Jakes, man.
Dwayne Wade's son, Magic Johnson's son.
That's right. On, man. And that's all a form of demasculating us, man.
Yeah. Khan. This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2. Verse 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
That's right. We ain't ignorant to what so-called white man is doing, man. All right? Because they know that we are superior to them. We're the superior race, man. And he's looking for ways to, try to get rid of us. All right. That's why it goes into Psalms 83. And all these heathens together, they're trying to do a raid with the children of Israel, but that's an impossible task.
And we're not ignorant of his devices. Satan uses Esau, with his different devices through his news media, social media, Hollywood movies, okay, the school system, and Satan working through Esau promotes all this negativity, this wickedness on earth, okay, and brothers in the know, brothers in the truth, are not ignorant of Satan's devices. We know where Satan's coming. We know when Satan's around, when Satan is plotting.
That's right.
All right. This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahushua HaMashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine onto them. That's right. If our gospel be hid, it's only hid onto those that are lost. 2/3 of our people, 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are completely lost. Why? Because the God of this world, okay, Shaitan, the enemy, the adversary, okay, is working through Esau, Edom, okay, who is our enemy, who's the Most High's enemy, okay, and he blinded the 2/3, okay. He's the God of this world, okay. The power has been given unto him, but it's temporal, like we've been stating.
That's right. Yeah. Like we not like going back to Esau devices. We're not ignorant to his devices. Like one of his devices is the music industry, man. Because all this music that's being played, all right, killing each other, goddamn homosexuality, satanic worship, and hip hop now. That's all Esau controlling all that. Blacks, all these female rappers just talking about shaking the ass, like there's nothing positive about it. It's all negative, and it's all Esau. Esau's pushing that. But that's right. But let Jake make a track about talking shit about white people or shooting white people or something like that. Then they'll say something about it. But when we doing it to each other, it's all good. But Esau's the one pushing that. I think I was looking at a little bit of that Papoose interview recently, and he said the worst thing he did was sign that contract, man. For that 1.5 million, because once he signed that contract, he said he lost all creative control over his music, man. And it was like what they wanted him to push out, and that's with all these artists today, man. All that drill shit, man. These niggas don't know. That's what them goddamn crackers and them corporations, them record studios, they push that on. Yeah, dude, they push that on them to do it, man.
Can I say something real quick, brother? Just to add what you're saying. I was saying that the other day with these damn knuckleheaded Negroes. You got all of this drill stuff. You look at the New York murder rate, it ain't like, this is not 87 or 91. Oh, I'm shooting. Like, the damn crime rate don't even reflect that. Right. Now, the most violent year in New York's history was 1990. It had 2,200 something murders. You know what hit song was 1990? Around the Way Girl by LL Cool J. What's my point in saying that? Simple. My point in saying that was, even when New York was at its most violent, the music didn't reflect that. Right. Rakim and Big Daddy Kane, they wasn't talking about, shooting nigga, killing nigga, robbing nigga, stabbing. But that shows you that it's all a plan. It's all a plan. That's all it is. Wicked devices, yup. Right.
Yeah, and even around that time, where Esau, them labels, they was pushing that gangster rap, like starting with NWA, because them record labels had business with the prison systems, and they would have those rappers push violence, so Jakes on the street could go out there and commit crime, so they could lock them up. Yeah, that's right. Kill two birds with one stone. All right, one nigga dead, one nigga in jail, and they can make business. So we're not ignorant to Satan devices.
I want to make a point also what you said too, because the music has spirits, and what proved that was when Saul tried to murder King David, and King David would play that instrument, the harp, right? And he would soothe soul, or the spirits will leave him.
Yep.
So the music, man, carry spirits on it, man. You know that. Yeah, dealing with them frequencies. That's
beats and shit.
Yep. And you know that's basically the point, man. You got the
What scripture? Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, basically I'm gonna read Isaiah chapter 30 verse 9, because you 2/3 we're out here on a mission to wake up first and foremost the elect, but you 2/3 are not gonna see, you're not gonna listen until the shit hits the fan, and then by that time it's gonna be too late. Isaiah chapter 30 verse 9, that this is a rebellious people, talking about you Native Americans, you Negroes, and you Spanish, or you Latinos and Latinas, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. You're not going to hear the prophets out there prophesying what the downfall of Babylon, wars, rumors of wars, pestilence, famine, and all that, that we bring out week in and week out. And on YouTube, brothers is bringing out videos nonstop. There's probably like, who knows, 20 live shows going on right now within GMS. So there's no excuse. Verse 10, which say to the seers are the prophets, see not, and to the prophets prophesy unto us right things. So you want to hear lies and deceit. You basically want us to be like the pork eating pastor that tells you all the lies within the temples, your wicked temples.
They want everything sugar coated.
Yep.
They want to hear sweet things.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear that America's gonna be destroyed. They don't want to hear basically the good news, the gospel. Because that's part of the gospel, the good news, America being destroyed and all that.
You should want this place to be destroyed. You should want to get on the chariot and after the ICBM missiles level this place and shake the earth to and fro, the new Jerusalem, it will come down, which will be us in the chariots. Speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. So you want to hear lies. You want to hear that this place is gonna abide forever. You want to hear that
that homosexuals, are gonna be put to death. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear the judgments that are gonna come upon this place and upon these people. Okay, but this is the raw truth. Okay, and the Most High is only dealing with the elect. He's not dealing with the whole world. That's why the whole world is coming up against us, and they're gonna continue coming up against us. Okay, because we got the truth, and we're not gonna sugarcoat anything. We're gonna bring it out straight from the Bible and bring it out in, precept upon precept.
Right. I was gonna say something to back up what the brother was saying, because in the world they invested so much time in the things in the world. So when we come telling them that they made a bad investment, they can't accept it, because they love this life, they love this world, and they don't want to believe that it's gonna come to an end. Whereas the elect, they're gonna hear the word of the Most High, receive fear, and make assessment. We could close.
Yeah, that's close it out.
Yeah,
whatever brother will close it out.
Once one brother found a scripture, it could be 100 more.
Yeah, we going into the 12 mark anyway, so.
That was 2 hours.
Hey, so with that, we're gonna give all praises due to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kadash.
We're gonna say double honors to our apostles, who taught us well, through the Spirit, and we're gonna say shalom, to you brothers across the world that's pushing this truth. Stay strong. Shalom.
Shalom.